video devotional. In Acts chapter 15, we see a problem that arose in the early church at the very infancy of the establishment of the church. The apostles had a problem with some of the people that were being saved and added to the church. Because you see, they were Jews, they were used to following all these laws and all these commands, and these Gentiles, those who weren't of Jewish descent, were coming into the church, and the Jews were wanting them to have the same requirements that they had. They wanted them to become Jewish, in essence, to become a part of the church. When Christ came, that we might have life and life more abundantly without having to follow all of the rules and regulations and commands. So what happened was they formed this council to talk about these matters. And James, the brother of Jesus, stood up and said these words in verse number 19 of chapter 15 to all these men. It is my judgment, therefore, that we should not make it difficult for the Gentiles who are turning to God. You ever think it's made difficult for you to become a Christian? Do people, do churches, do organizations make it hard for you to believe in God? I can't honestly say that there aren't institutions like that or people groups like that that make it hard to be a follower of Christ. They have these set rules that they think that you have to do in order to be a part of their church. Can I tell you today that I believe in things that we should do? We should flee from immorality. We should flee all of these things that take us away from the presence of God. But that does not mean that the sin that you commit is any worse than the sin that I commit. We must all remember that we are all fallen. We have all fallen short of the glory of God. That doesn't mean that we condone sin in our lives, but it means that we shouldn't make it hard for people to come to God. I don't want to stand in the way of anyone coming to God in their relationship with Him. I invite you with grace to come in and enter into that relationship. I don't care what your life looks like now. It doesn't matter how messed up it is. God's grace is able to reach out to you, and I'm a friend who'll help you get to where you want to go. If you want to go further in Christ, I'm willing to accept you as you are, knowing I'm not condoning your actions, but I'm reaching out in love, just like Christ would in that incident. And also, as James said, it is my judgment, therefore, that we should not make it difficult for the Gentiles who are turning to God. Turn to God today. Don't worry about man, but turn to Him. Have a great day.